Welcome back to Ole Red's coverage of high school basketball, presented by Hebron Central Market. Tyson His Song, your State Farm Insurance agent in Hebron, and Tim Hartley with Hebron Tree Service. So to start the second half, here's Thayer Central with it. Lucas Kroll bringing it ahead, up 18-13 over Fairbury. Working it around here, it ends up to Dagenhart. And they go to Kroll, back to the top for Heitman, who's a sharpshooter. He pulls the trigger, and it's off the back rim, rebounded by Corey Nippert. Now Fairbury can bring it ahead with Prowitz, who 3 points for him tonight. Lower scoring game than usually Thayer Central is involved in. A bad pass stolen away by Kroll on the fast break. And he gets the layup to go as he stops and makes it. I was just hoping that Prowitz didn't foul on that fast break. That was the one thing that Prowitz shouldn't have done, and he didn't do it, so good on him.
Yeah, he tried swatting down and blocking the ball, but kept from fouling.
Corey Nippert has it, trailing by 7. Pass down low, out of the hands of Ben Starr, and a turnover for Fairbury with 50 seconds into the third quarter here in Hebron. Full court pressure being applied, but it's kind of soft coverage by Fairbury. Little football reference there. Here's Sourdike giving it up to Heitman. Pump fakes from 3, drives inside instead. The floater is short and rebounded by Ben Starr. Here is Nippert giving it off to Prowitz.
See if Fairbury can get something going the last 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
James Martin is at the scorer's table for the Jets, driving it on the baseline and getting the foul called on Sourdike as Blake Starr, as he pump faked in the paint. Sourdike jumped up, took the bait. That's Sourdike's first foul of the game, which is crazy. It's just so hard to get Sourdike in foul trouble. He's such a smart player.
Smart player, yeah.
As Blake Starr, first shot from the line here. Makes the first one. That was a pretty sound. Yeah, that was a really nice sound that the net made there. As Prowitz gets subbed out for James Martin. Comes into the game. And Starr looking to make it 2 for 2 from the line on this trip. The fake Achu from the fans section did not work, and Starr gets it to go. 2 for 2 from the line. 4 points for him. Thayer Central is able to break the full court press and work it around for Heitman, who's got it on this left side. Drives it in the paint. Foul on James Martin as Heitman goes inside. I think it's going to be on the floor as well.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a baseline inbound here for Welch. First foul, by the way, on Martin. Inbound gets it over to Kroll. Back over to Sourdike. Down that 3-point line. What a defensive play by Nippert. Forces Sourdike to pick up his dribble. Kroll back out top to Heitman. Looking outside that 3-point line. Gets it down low for Dagenhart. Just inside the 3-point line here. Gets it down in the post. Sourdike triple teamed. And it was tipped away by Blake Starr.
Good help defense, by Blake Starr to reach in there and slap the ball away from Sourdike.
Yeah, risky play by Starr, though, with those 2 fouls. You don't want to get a reach-in foul on that play.
Quick third foul.
Getting it to Sourdike off the inbound at the top of the key. Pump fakes, but Nippert is there. Sourdike gets a screen, pulls up from around the free throw line, just inside the 3-point line.
Took advantage of a good screen there, pulled up for a jumper, made her.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be what Thayer Central starts to do, set those screens for Sourdike. Get him open. Here's Atkins kicking it to Blake Starr. Move inside, hop step, pulls up, fadeaway jumper. Just inside the 3-point line, he gets it to go. 6 points for Starr and 11 points for Sourdike, the 2 teams' leading scorers heading into tonight's game. 22-17 Thayer Central. 5:25 to play in the third quarter here in Hebron, Nebraska, on an all-brown home court for the Titans. Newly renovated gym here. As Heitman's got it beyond that 3-point line, kicks it to Kroll. Thayer Central trying to work here against the zone. Actually, it's more man-to-man here. As Heitman has it. Gives it off to Dagenhart. Top of the 3-point line. Kroll inside looking for Sourdike, and we're going to get a foul. Jump ball favoring Fairbury on the possession arrow. 2 substitutions now for the Jeffs. Coming in is Drew Watson, and also coming in is Brody Prowitz. Coming out is Ben Starr and Jacoby Atkins. That was a risky play by Fairbury, though, to get in there.
Looked like it could have been a foul on Nippert there for reaching in, but
yeah. The refs have been calling jump balls all night, though. I think Fairbury knows that. As Martin dumps it off here for Watson, skipping it across for Nippert, driving the baseline. Nippert, nice move to the rim. He gets it to go.
Loses a shoe.
He lost a shoe. Sock alert on the floor. And saving it inbounds is Welch. Kicking it back out to Sourdyke. This is going to be interesting as Sourdyke is being guarded by Nippert. Nippert's laughing because he has no shoe. Sourdyke attacks and is fouled inside. 2 shots coming up here for Sam Sourdyke. And Ryan Garver, head coach, giving the shoe back to Nippert here. Well, I like how Nippert was a good sport about it, not having a shoe. He knew Sourdyke was about to drive.
He was ready for him to attack, but
yeah, and he was just laughing.
Yeah.
As Sourdyke goes to the line for 2. First shot goes in. It's always as quiet as a library in here when Thayer Central comes up to shoot. 2 substitutions for the Titans. Tegan Herget checks in, and so does Noah Tierney. Coming out as Heitman and Kroll. So 2 substitutions and within a minute for both teams. Sourdyke from the line. 2 for 2 on this trip. And now the 2 stars of the teams coming into tonight's game are starting to take over for both teams. As here's Martin. It's at the 3-point line. Sourdyke almost just intercepted that pass, but Martin didn't throw it. Prowitz, crossover, driving inside, gets trapped. Here's Martin, though, driving it. Float game, no. Got his own board, but it's tipped away by Sourdyke. And now he has it again. 24-19 is the score in favor of Thayer Central. Halfway through the third quarter on Old Red. Tierney has it. Giving it off to Herget. Dumping it to Welch. Welch giving it off to Heitman, who's still in the game. Excuse me. I think Dagenhart checked out instead of Heitman. Sourdyke giving it to Herget in the corner for Welch. He'll pull up for 3 as they gave him too much space. The shot's no good. Heitman gets the board. That shot's blocked. And then Blake Starr gets up for the rebound. Fairbury, another great defensive play.
Yeah, by Prowitz staying with the defender and blocking the shot.
Blake Starr has it, guarded by Sourdyke. Sourdyke's giving him that left side, from what I can see, as James Martin has it, making a move, pumping it off to Prowitz. And Prowitz started moving his feet before he dribbled, and that's a travel.
Yeah, did a little fake and shuffled the feet before he dribbled.
Cannot have those turnovers, trailing by 5 right now in the game. As Tierney is trapped. And Thayer Central is going to have to call a timeout because Tierney was trapped by Fairbury. 2:58 to play in the third quarter. 24-19, Thayer Central leading it over Fairbury on All Red. Welcome back to All Red 99.5, presented by Riverside Chevrolet in Fairbury, Jefferson Community Health and Life in Fairbury. Certified truck and trailer repair in Geneva, Kennel, Seed and Ag in Davenport. Hebron Central Market. Tyson Hissonger, State Farm Insurance Agent in Hebron. And Building Tech, your Seco Building Systems builder in Beatrice. Thank you to all of our sponsors, sponsoring both the boys and the girls varsity games tonight on All Red. So 2:58 to play in the third quarter, 24-19, Thayer Central in front over Fairbury. And Thayer Central had to use a timeout because of a trap implemented by Fairbury that almost caused a turnover. I wonder what's being discussed in that Fairbury huddle.
Fairbury took a little longer on that timeout to get it back out on the floor.
Well, they know how important these last 3 minutes are. I mean, you don't want to be trailing in the fourth, especially against Sam Sourdyke, who can make baskets in the clutch. As he has it now off the inbound. Sourdyke looking for a screen. Instead, he takes it left, kicks it to the corner for Welch, who gives it off back to Sourdyke. Comes right back out beyond that three-point line. Gets a screen. Sourdyke inside, fouled. And I don't know what you can do against that.
Really
There's not much more you can do.
He's forcing his way. He's strong. He's going to do what he wants. Yeah, it's tough to defend against.
Drew Watson gets a second foul there. Inbound from the baseline for Thayer. They get it inside to Herget. Down on that post block, and he gets it to go on the layup.
Good motion on the inbounds play there for a layup. Yep.
First points of the game for Tegan Herget. 26-19, Thayer Central. Here's a foul called on Sourdyke as Blake Starr was trying to get past him. Second on Sourdyke. So 2 fouls for both Starr and Sourdyke now. Now they're even. I'm sure they won't be worrying about foul trouble in this stage of the game. It's only 2 fouls. As Martin has it, giving it off to Blake Starr. This Starr-Sourdyke matchup is so interesting because Sourdyke is just giving Starr that left side drive in, and now Starr takes it, gives it up instead to Drew Watson in the post. Watson goes up, foul. It's on Herget. I think that's Herget's 3rd.
I believe so. Looked like he got a lot of ball on that, but he must have got him on the arm. Strong move from Watson.
I would be surprised, though, at this stage of the game if they take Herget out with 3 fouls. I think they'll take him out if he gets 4, but not 3.
Yeah.
First shot, short by Drew Watson. Here comes Jacoby Atkins coming into the game. Coming in and checking in for Corey Nippert. Also, Will Heitman checks out of the game. Coming in for him is Lakin Weedle. So we still see Herget into the game, though, with 3 fouls for Thayer Central. Drew Watson from the line. 1 for 2 as he rolls the second shot in. It's up to 5 points, 26-20. Thayer Central. Sourdyke gets it quickly ahead to Tierney. Quickly down low, and the pass was too intense and too much like a rocket for Braxton Welch, who could not hold on to it. It goes out of bounds.
Good pass there. Would have been a layup.
Yeah. 2 minutes to play in the third. 6-point Thayer Central lead. Fairbury needs a big bucket here. As Martin gives it off to Prowitz. Drive inside. Picks up his dribble. Outside it's Martin. Pump fake. Puts it up. Oh, and it's off the back rim. He got Tierney.
Good pump fake. Yeah,
he got him to jump.
In the air.
Sourdyke, coast to coast, gives it up to Herget. Back to Sourdyke, though, beyond that 3-point line, and he'll waste a little bit of clock here. Doesn't see a reason not to. He'll actually pull up for 3. Heat check there. As Blake Starr was giving him too much space.
That was pro distance, looked like.
It was off the mark, though, as James Martin has it for the Jeffs. And they're all red uniforms with that yellow down the side of the shirt and the shorts. Here's Blake Starr, and guarded by Sourdyke. Gets a screen. Takes it himself on Sourdyke, and he lost the ball, and it just simply rolled out of his hands. Turnover, Fairbury.
You can see Fairbury really trying to get Blake Starr involved by setting many screens for him.
Yeah, but when you're going up against Sourdyke's defending you. It's not easy at all to get yourself in the game, and that's why it was so impressive last week in that Hanover game when one of the players being guarded by Sourdyke scored about 20 points. Here's a layup inside by Herget as the pressure from Fairbury left nobody back to guard the rim. And 28-20, Thayer Central. 40 seconds to play in the third. Here's Prowitz. Dribble move. Inside, going back out. They kick it. Open look for Blake Starr in the corner. He can't knock it down. Offensive board by James Martin. And he gets it to go. Only 5'9". And he got it to go. 28-22. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here on Ole Red with 23.5 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Good rebound from Martin and a nice little pump fake to get the defender in the air for a layup.
Yeah, well, Martin, one of the shortest guys on the floor, and getting in there and getting the offensive rebound, then getting the layup to go.
Everybody was on one side of the hoop.
Yeah. Nice play by Martin, who's got 2 points. That was his first 2 points of the game. This game is brought to you by Creative Surfaces and your countertop specialists of Beatrice, Closet & Sons Dirtwork of Beatrice, Hilltop Performance and Fitness and Crete, Premier Chevrolet Buick GMC of Beatrice. Discover the premier difference. And Western United Mutual Insurance Home Office in Wilbur. 28-22. This will be, I would assume the Titans would just try to run the clock and get the last shot here to end the third, unless pending a turnover. If Fairbury continues to show that full court pressure, which it looks like they will. And we'll see here. I wouldn't be surprised if Thayer Central just tries to get this one up quickly. I mean, there's not a single player in this game that's past the half-court line except for now, as Herget walks past the half-court line, but he's barely into Fairbury territory. Everybody is on this Thayer Central side of the court. Sourdyke does a no-look pass to Weedle. Sourdyke gives it to Kroll. Up ahead to Weedle. He's fouled by Martin.
Risky pass there. There's two defenders, but
that's the fifth foul, by the way, on Fairbury.
Oh.
By the way, second foul.
Fourth foul.
Second foul, by the way, on Martin. I don't think they've updated that. Oh, I guess it was the 4th foul. Wow, so they updated that really fast. As here's Sourdike with 10 seconds to go. Gets a screen, loses the ball. What a play by Atkins, who gets the ball as he's on the floor. Fairbury is just trying to run out the clock here. Jump ball, possession Thayer Central. So with 2.2 on the clock, it'll go to the Titans as Atkins just simply stole the ball from Sourdike, hit the floor, and had nobody to pass it to.
Good active hands, got his hand on the ball, dove on it and kind of waited for the defense to get on top of him.
Look at this. James Martin is going to come out, and Corey Nippert's going to come in, guard Sourdike, and Sourdike got it up, but it was blocked and rejected by Blake Starr to end the 3rd quarter. 28-22, Thayer Central in the lead over Fairbury with 1 quarter to go on Ole Red 99.5.